and welcome to Let's Talk. Today I'm here with Dr. Jennifer Jurado from the Broward Water Conservation. And we're going to talk about a very important subject, important to all of us, and that's saving water in Pembroke Pines and how we can benefit from it. We can, can't we?
Well, absolutely. There are a lot of opportunities for achieving water conservation, and there are immediate and long-term benefits to participating in conservation strategies.
Okay, Pembroke Pines is a partner
in the Broward Water Partnership. This was an initiative that was launched in October of 2011. And it was born out of an effort of our elected officials across Broward County, county and city commissioners, including representation from the city of Pembroke Pines. And this group was brought together for about 18 months to focus on how best to coordinate our efforts to meet our long-term water supply needs of our region, recognizing that water conservation was going to be very pivotal to our ability to have sustainable and affordable water supplies. A great deal of attention was focused on water conservation, and an initiative was born out of that, which is the Regional Water Conservation PAYS program.
Yeah, let's talk about that one. That's the one that benefits our residents.
It sure does. Through this program, residents of Pembroke Pines are eligible for a number of benefits, and I think most significant is the availability of rebates of up to $100, two per household, for the purchase and exchange or retrofit of existing toilets for high efficiency models. Those residents who are eligible will have in their homes units that are older than 1994. Those toilets use more than 1.6 gallons per flush. And the goal of the program is to replace those higher water usage toilets with the high efficiency models of today, the WaterSense EPA toilets that use 1.28 gallons per flush. So residents can go online to the website conservationpays.com, familiarize themselves with the program guidelines, and once establishing eligibility in a number of areas, they can apply for those rebates online and again receive up to two $100 rebates for the replacement of up to 2 toilets in a home.
And it's possible to replace the toilets for this price of the rebate. So it's actually almost not going to cost anything.
Right, it's a wash. I mean, a person can spend several $100s on a toilet,
but you don't have to.
You do not have to. You can get a very fine model for just about $98, $100 in any of the big box outlets or Ace Hardware stores as well, Lowe's, Home Depot. They all sell these models. And the beauty with this type of investment is you get in there, you make that one retrofit, and you reap the benefits from there forward without ever thinking about it again. And
and it doesn't damage anything. I mean, it does. The flush is the flush.
No,
there's not a problem.
Efficient models. I think that, you know, the first models that ever came out, people got in their mind that maybe they were compromising somehow. There is no compromising. The models of today are very efficient. They're as attractive as any other, and
as attractive as a toilet can be.
Yeah, well, some people get very excited about these toilets, and they're required to take a photo of that installed toilet, and we get a lot of interesting stories and happy customers. But in addition to the rebates that are available for the toilet exchange, also available are free replacements for shower heads, as well as water efficient aerators for kitchen and bathroom faucets. And for the commercial sector, there are benefits as well. The rebate program is actually a benefit that business and not-for-profit entities can also take advantage of. They can apply online for as many as 5 rebates at a time. There are also special circumstances for considering applications for even more. And we also have available high-efficiency pre-rinse spray valves. These are the spray valves that are used in commercial kitchens, and those kitchen practices, the rinsing procedures, require, with existing spray valves, quite a bit of water. It can count for 50% of a restaurant or kitchen's use, and we can save about 40% of that water with these new models. So those are available as well and at no cost, and we're very interested not only in having those devices used, but also learning from customers who take advantage of those and highlighting those stories, those efficiencies that they've been able to gain.
So tell me again, how do people apply?
They
go online and go on to what website?
They can go to www.conservationpace.com and apply for the program online. They can also call a number. They can call 1-800-270-9794 and speak directly with one of our staff or leave a message. Our staff gets right back in touch with them if they would rather apply through hard mail.
So there are a certain number of applications that are accepted annually, and there are still some available for Pembroke Pines residents.
That's right. About 2/3 of the rebates that are allocated for the city of Pembroke Pines are accounted for, so they are going quickly, but they are still available.
And then a new year starts in October?
In October, there would be more available, right, but we will only be able to honor a certain number through between now and the end of the year. But the demand has been very significant, and since the program launched in October, we've already issued more than $100,000 in rebates to individuals who've taken advantage of the program.
Because it's a win-win situation. You conserve water, which is very important, and it doesn't really cost anything or much.
Right. And with the increases in water rates that many of our residents and communities have, had to account for in the last several years, you're saving not only on the potable water that's being saved, but you also save on not having to pay for the treatment of that additional water as it goes through the wastewater system. So there's immediate cost savings that are realized on the water bill. There is basically no cost for participation. Incredible long-term cost savings to our community by virtue of avoiding new water infrastructure that's associated with increased demands. And then most significant, I think, are the environmental benefits of ensuring that we're saving that water for the diverse users of our community, which are not just the humans, but of course our natural systems, Everglades, and our freshwater systems.
Yeah, which we need to protect.
Yes, more and more we know there's increasing pressures, and maintaining water in our system is one of the most significant things that we can do for the sustainability of our environment.
I'll tell you, I have changed personally. I mean, little things. I don't let the water run when I'm brushing my teeth. I don't let the water run. I don't put dishes in the dishwasher and run it until I have a full load.
Right.
Because in small ways, I'm doing my part.
And I think we camp, and one of the best ways that I can think about how to conserve water is this limited holding tank that I have for any of the water that I use, and it really causes you to think more, concertedly about how much water you need for any application. I think I'm pretty conservative already, but it does drive you to think about all those additional opportunities.
I think when people start thinking about water in the proper way, they'll start conserving water.
Right, and I think it's important to remember that there's diverse opportunities for saving waters indoors, but never to forget about outdoor water practices as well, which do account for about 50% of household water usage and can easily be reduced through.
You mean things like watering the lawn and washing cars?
That's right. Well, it's typically landscape irrigation, which is the major driver. And turf grass is the most water-hungry plant in our landscape. And by reducing either the amount of turf grass that we utilize in the landscape, and also by only watering to the true demand of the turf grass, which is really no more than twice per week, and which is of course consistent with our year-round water conservation measures, we're also seeking to achieve water conservation on a permanent basis outdoors as well.
Okay, so is there anything else you want to tell me about this program? Because I think we've covered it. I think people now understand what the benefits of replacing older, they're not appliances, what are they?
Plumbing fixtures.
Plumbing fixtures.
That's right. Just that if we have, the older the housing stock, the older the infrastructure, and the more water that's being utilized in those devices. Shower heads used to utilize 5 gallons per minute. Yeah. New building code standards today are 1.5. Toilets used to utilize 5 and more gallons per flush. Today they use 1.28. We're talking about saving as much as 70% with the older infrastructure with these replacements. It's a tremendous water savings, a tremendous cost savings. The application process is easy. Just visit the conservationpays.com website, and I think that we'll find that it's a painless process and one that pays for itself immediately.
Well, I'm so glad that you came back to talk to us about this new program, and I thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity and interest.
My pleasure.
Thanks.
For OCTV, I'm Elaine Kugelman, and thank you for joining us today about this very important subject of water conservation.